Welcome back to the Green Beans Go channel. It's your host, me, here to review Week 10 and give you some looks for Week 11 as it relates to anytime touchdown scores. We will give you some data as well as picks. Feel free to use this video however you like. If you want to blindly tail, that's fine. If you just want to look at the data that I've presented and come to your own conclusions, that's fine as well. I am not here to prove anything to you guys. I'm here to entertain, hopefully educate, and have fun. At the end of the day, I think more people would benefit from looking at sports betting as the cost of entertainment, a way to enjoy themselves and have fun at small stakes. And that's what I've set out to do. And of course, we're going to track because I believe tracking is a good idea for anybody to do. But at the end of the day, understand that I'm not trying to prove anything to anyone. And last week, I certainly didn't prove much. We lost 3 units on any time. I didn't play any first or twos. We hit Jalen Naylor, which is a little annoying because it was on Bet365, and I think I was limited to like $1.70. So our best win of the week was the smallest wager we had. And then Tez Johnson, we hit 3-1. He had 2. So we're up 4.5 units on the season. So doing well, playing a market that is probably pretty bad long term because it is a one-way market, and it is what it is. We'll be happy to be positive. Now, I want to give you a quick announcement that today I'm dropping my 3rd video in this series where I try to complete the challenges that are on Novig. They are offering some challenges. Go check out those videos if you're interested. And one of the markets for that challenge is first touchdown. Instead of double crossing my bets, like tracking the Novig challenge with the anytime touchdown challenge, I'm going to keep them separate. So in this video, you're going to see some games that have a note that says check the Novig video for first TD plays. So today at 3 o'clock, I'm going to drop my 3rd day of the Novig challenge. And that video, the 3rd video, is going to contain a ton of first TD plays. So if you want like all these right here, okay? So if you want any of those, you can try to pause the video when I held that up and zoom in. You're not going to be able to see anything. I would suggest just going and watching day 3 of the Novig challenge. We'll start with the game tonight. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Oh, have mercy. What have we done? Well, Green Means Go, you're not playing very much. Wow, kind of a small slate, guys. Oh, yeah. I've heard that too many times in the comments. Here you go. I never want to hear it again because you guys complain about my lack of plays, and then all of a sudden, I drop a mega load on you for Thursday Night Football. Jets and Patriots. Okay, let's talk about this, and then we'll breeze through the rest. I do have some first TD plays in addition to what I have here. So check that video out at a later time. We'll start with the Jets. Obviously, when you look at New England's weakness, holy smokes, it's at the wide receiver position. 3 rushing touchdowns has New England allowed all year, 14 through the air. So teams are attacking them through the air, and the Jets, ironically, can't get anything done in the air because they're planes. I hope that changes today, and I've got to think it should, given their matchup. So I'm playing Tyler Johnson, Adonai Mitchell, and Arian Smith. I'm playing them all as straights. This wide receiver room has been decimated. This wide receiver room is a complexity that cannot be understood. And so I'm going with the guys who had the most snaps and targets from last week's, not Adonai Mitchell. He wasn't ready to go last week. I would imagine he has studied his buns off and he's ready to go in this offense, and he's a playmaker. So let's hope for the best. We're going to run these 3 guys for the Jets anytime, and then I'm going to play their 2. If you show me that New England is so bad at passing, and then you give me 100-1 odds on the wide receiver 1, 2, and 3 for the Jets, I'm going to play it. No Garrett Wilson tonight. No Josh Reynolds tonight. Adam Lazard got no snaps last week. These are the guys. These are the guys. You give me these unknown names in a matchup against a team that's allowed 14 receiver touchdowns. We're going to play it. So I'm putting $1.50 on all these guys to win $100. You don't want to bet $1 to win $100 on these guys to score 2 touchdowns? I'm going to get $3 worth of entertainment watching this game tonight. You better believe it. Then for the other side, for the Patriots, these are more reasonable plays. I'm going to play Hunter Henry, 155 for a full unit. I'm going to play Demario Pop Douglas, 375. I think that's a great price for Demario Douglas. Play him for a half unit. And then I'm also going to play their 2 TDs as well. Demario Douglas, 2 touchdowns at 50-1 feels pretty good. My max was $1.40. I believe that was on BetMGM. And then Hunter Henry, 13-1 for 2 TDs at 0.25. We have hit Hunter Henry 2 TDs before on this channel, week 2 or 3. So, plus I have more first TD plays. So good night. Forgive me if this goes wrong. Remember, FanDuel does have that cool promotion tonight, that touchdown jackpot. I don't know who I'm going to play yet. My advice would be, if you want to win big, take one of these 3. Hope for the best. If you are okay with just something else, take one of these guys. So I'll probably mix up these guys somehow. I don't know. Do whatever you want. For the game in Spain, I think this game's being played in Spain. We're going to go Greg Dulcich. He is the new pass catcher for this team, and he plays tight end. No other tight ends, or hardly any tight ends, got targets last week, whether that's due to injury or just a shift in schematics. We know Darren Waller came onto the scene and dominated in like the 3 games he played, and then he got hurt, so he's been out. I think Dulcich is due 440 against a team that has struggled defensively as of late on all fronts. But I think they're going to try to get Dulcich involved more in the passing game, half a unit for him to score a touchdown. Also, a first TD play from here if you want to check out that video. This game is tricky. I think it is going to be rather defensive, and when we look at these 2 teams, the weakness that stands out is Atlanta on the ground. We know that Jonathan Taylor gashed him last week. So while Rico Dowdle has proven that he is the number 1 back for this team, Chuba Hubbard at 475 I cannot ignore. I can see Chuba Hubbard coming in the red zone and getting a carry, and at that price, 475, I like it. You give me Chuba Hubbard at 2-1, I'm passing. 3-1, I'm passing. 475 for a team that has proven they like to run the ball, and against him in a matchup where I think they can have success running the ball, I'll take Chuba Hubbard at this price. If you want a first TD play, check the other video. I'm passing in this one. Again, look at all of these names. It's too hard for me to, especially against moderately decent defenses, to pick who's going to score. So if you want to pick somebody from this game, you go right ahead. I just look at all of the weapons on both of these teams, and I say I can't come to a conclusion. I don't see any outright value, so I'm passing there. This game, obviously Tennessee struggles, and I predict that continues because they're facing one of the best defenses in the league in the Houston Texans. I'll take Nick Chubb, who was severely outpaced by Woody Marks last week. And, you know, that does make me nervous. If you want to just play Woody Marks, I believe he was minus 135, the best price I saw. I don't mind it. But I think Nick Chubb could get some work in the red zone. I believe he is more of the red zone goal line back than is Woody Marks. So I think the opportunities will be there for the Texans in the red zone. And I like the price of Nick Chubb at 2-1. So for a team that's allowed 15 running back touchdowns, give me Nick Chubb. Give me Nick Chubb at 2-1. And if you want a first TD play that's not Nick Chubb, go over to the Novig video. In this game, obviously Minnesota's defense is above average. And while I do like the Bears to win this game, I don't really foresee like the direct route of how they get it done, if that makes sense. Like I do think the Bears have what it takes to win this game. I think they'll keep up. But I do not feel great about picking a guy. So I will tell you that Minnesota's advantage, and this one is through the air, and Jordan Addison at 2-1, I'm playing for a full unit. And we're going to go back to Jalen Naylor. Why not? He cashed us last week. We're playing with house money on his name. So we'll go 0.4 units on his anytime at 425. In this one, you want a first TD play, go check out that video. Otherwise, I am playing Christian Watson and Dontavian Wicks at 2.5 and 3-1 for a half unit each. I would look maybe at some of these Giants, but not only is Green Bay's defense good, Jameis Winston takes over as the starting QB. We've never seen him play a game. We don't know how the offense is going to work around him, so I'm passing there. But Christian Watson and Dontavian Wicks led the team in targets last week in that ugly game against Philadelphia. Romeo Doubs, surprisingly, was not as involved in the offense. So I'll take these two guys with better prices than Romeo Doubs even has and hope for the best. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go again. We got Jets Patriots 2.0 right here. I'll make this very simple. Pittsburgh, they love to throw it to the tight end. 7 tight end touchdowns on the year. Cincinnati, a league worst, 11 touchdowns allowed to the tight end. So you give me one of the worst teams at defending the tight end, and you're giving me one of the teams with the most weapons at tight end and usage at tight end. I'm going to play anytime in 2. for all the tight ends. Half unit on all the tight ends, 2 TDs for all the tight ends. My theory in this is that we should have 2 tight ends score, whether that be the same guy twice or 2 of the 3. So if that happens, we're sitting pretty. That's my prediction. Now, ideally, Washington scores twice and Jonnu Smith scores once. Like maybe we can squeak out 3 from this. I don't know how it's going to happen. I'm just hoping we can get 2 touchdowns from tight ends in this game. You want to ride? Ride. Keenan Allen in this one, 220. Jacksonville struggles at the receiver position defending that, and the Chargers are one of the best offensively, if not the best, with 15 wide receiver touchdowns. Obviously, the risk here is that Quentin Johnston, Ladd McConkey, Trey Harris all have scores on the year, but I think Keenan Allen needs to work his way back into this offense. I think he finds a way to do it in this one. This one, I think there's a lot of opportunities. It's very similar to the Bills and Buccaneers game, where there's just kind of a lot happening. The defenses are a little better in this one, so I am nervous. Well, you want to talk about tight ends. The Rams are the bizarrest teams. Google that word. I don't know. Bizarrest team in terms of their tight end. Last week, they deployed 4 tight ends, all nearly equal share and snap count, like 30, 40%, all of them. And target share also, same thing. So your guess is as good as mine. Who creams to the top? Which cream of tight end rises to the top? Kobe Parkinson by far and away had the most generous odds. Higbee was 375. Davis Allen was mid-4, I think. Ferguson was 6, but Parkinson was way down there at 9. He actually led the team in targets last week, and he scored last week. So maybe they're working him in a little bit more. He had been injured at the start of the year. So I'll take him here, 0.25 units on Kobe Parkinson. This one, there's not a ton of odds out, given that Marvin Harrison was just ruled out yesterday. We don't know the status of Brock Purdy, but I like Greg Dortch in this one. If odds come out, he plays, he's healthy, and his number's above 4-1, I'd take Greg Dortch. In this one, I do think there's an opportunity for Cleveland to get some offense going, which has not been their strong suit this year. I'm going to go with the 2 tight ends, Fannin and Njoku, as well as Jerry Jeudy. I think Jerry Jeudy at $450 is a very generous price against this Baltimore defense, who has struggled this year at defending the pass. So I'm going to play all these guys for a quarter unit, and I'll give you a first TD play over in that other video. This one I'm passing. Defenses are just too strong. Offenses, if you go with anybody, I'd take Kansas City. But again, this could be an ugly, low-scoring battle. Your Sunday Night Football game is a good one. I'm going to play David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs, both for a full unit. That's a good price on Gibbs, minus 110. I don't know how often you're going to see Gibbs at almost a pick'em. It doesn't happen very often. And Philly's defense, 11 running back touchdowns on the year. That's been their weakness. It's not been through the air. So we'll play both of those guys. If you want a first TD play, go check out that video. And then Monday Night Football. You got an interesting one. Dallas leaves the home base, and we know how they sometimes struggle on the road, especially defensively. 16 wide receiver touchdowns allowed. So we're going to target some Raiders through the air. 3 Raiders for you. Tyler Lockett, Michael Mayer, and Trey Tucker. All anytime at the units provided. I also got a first TD play over in that other video if you want to watch. So again, if you're interested in tailing all of these, I'll drop a link down in the comments. You can go to my Pick'It from there. If you don't have Pick'It, I would suggest signing up because it will help you track your bets. Not only that, but it'll help you get your best price. So if you want to tail the Tyler Lockett play, for example, I believe this was on Hard Rock or ESPN for me. You may not have that book. So what Pick'It allows you to do is sync all the books that you do have. Go to my profile. Oh, Tyler Lockett, I want to copy that bet. It automatically copies it at the best price that you have, so you're getting the best odds. You don't have to go look at all the books and figure out where's the best place to bet Tyler Lockett. Even for recreational guys, some of you may only have a balance on FanDuel. That's fine. Just play it on FanDuel if you want to tail. But if you have multiple books with balances, it would be better serving you in the long run, even as a person who's just doing this for fun, to play it at the best price. So you can check that link out down below. And then lastly, let's check out Smart Stake. Let's see if we got any positive EV touchdowns, shall we? Let's sort it by football only. And we'll sort it by, I don't know, does market player market. We can't sort it by individual market, but let's just see touchdowns. Here we go. Justin Fields, 370 on Onyx. I don't have Onyx, but on Pinnacle, it's 270. So if you have Onyx, wow. If you have Onyx, I mean, this is a good bet. 370 for Justin Fields tonight, 200, 250, 220, 220. Onyx odds. I may sign up for Onyx odds today just to bet Justin Fields touchdown at 370. That's not too bad. That's a good bet. D Mercado is 185 on Hard Rock, 136. Is Zonovan Knight hurt? I'm not sure. That may be worth a play on Hard Rock. You could arb it too if you wanted to. It wouldn't be much, minus 180, minus 185. Michael Wilson could also be a decent play, given that we know he's going to be the wide receiver 1 this week. Might be worth to play Michael Wilson. A lot of these other books agree, but no vig. It's good to no vig, so that's interesting. Demario Douglas, look at us. Look at us. We got Demario Douglas already. We didn't even have to use Smart Stake. We originated that pick. On Pinnacle, he's 307. I loved him. I loved him at 380. I loved him. I flat out loved him tonight, and I called it. Look at me. I am Smart Stake. Hear me roar. Any other ones? Dallas Goedert 2-1 for the Eagles. He's 160 on Novig. Okay, so if you want to use Smart Stake, you don't have to use it just for touchdowns. You can use it for arbs. That's how I would use it overall, ultimately. But lately, I've been using it on the fantasy tab. If I have a prize picks or a bet or a pick 6 boost, I come in here and I sort through that. So, 5-day free trial plus $1 first week is one of the better deals in the market if you're going to do some sharp sports betting. So appreciate you guys for coming by as always. We'll see you at 3 o'clock for our Novig Day 3, and then tomorrow for our player props.